All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another round of You've Got Questions. I think I have answers. Let's go to today's question. Okay, this one comes from Justin Ashley. Love this series, man. Curious, when you explain creating pools of light, specifically by the dog on Big Wide, Min 18, what type of light did you use to augment the practical? Sometimes you mention specific lights, but sometimes not. I know you got a lot of info to cover, but was curious. Thanks, bro. Okay, Justin is talking about there was this commercial where we had a black dog. It's nighttime. It's an interior. We're creating pools of light to make it interesting. It's like we cannot use slashes of light through the outside. It's not a daytime interior. It's a nighttime interior. So we're not really going to have lots of level pushing through the interior. Also, in this particular setup, we're using shears, so we can't really push any level through. You can just illuminate the shear. What that means is inside, if we're not careful, it's going to get very flat very quickly. So what's the trick? If you're going to do a wide shot like that, well, then it's how can I create pools of light? And you can either create pools. I don't mean like actual pools of light from the top down, like a spotlight looking down. I just mean areas of the frame that are lit up. It's harder to do areas of the frame lit up, or it's more cumbersome to do that, or less nuanced if you are lighting from the sides. If you're lighting from the sides, that level is going to go everywhere. So to make it not go everywhere, you need to have a grip forest to control it. Then you need to have the room for the grip forest. So there's lots of things that you need to think about when you're thinking, okay, how do I create pools of light? It's not just from below. I can do it from the side, but I need more room. If it's going to be from the side, does the location offer that? Do we have enough time to do those things? Maybe I choose a different source or a different size of source for the wide shots, and then I get bigger as I go in. All of these things you need to answer. But what I want to answer in this question is why I don't specifically mention the type of light in the actual video. It's because I have no idea what the light is. 99% of the time, when I say the name of a light in a video, I'm completely making it up. Absolutely making it up. I'm just using in my own brain what I think would get the job done. Now you're saying, well, how do you not know those lights? Everybody I know knows those lights. Good for them. I don't care. My job is not to know the name of the light that makes the effect. My job is to decide what effect we're going to get. And it's also my job to find the person that knows the light to make the effect that I would like. Now, could I spend the time to figure out the lights? Absolutely. Would it benefit you, the viewer, if you didn't know that light and you didn't know a person that knew that light? Yes. Have I let you down? I have. I'm going to continue to let you down because that's not my job. That's somebody else's. I can't be an expert at two things. I can't even be an expert at one, right? I'm a YouTube cinematographer talking about this stuff. I'm not even halfway decent at the actual job I'm talking about, or I would be doing it all the time. I'm not. I'm talking to you. I'm doing the best that I possibly can. What I'm looking for, though, when I'm describing the techniques is I want to be very specific, especially with new people. If it's new people, okay, you got to do a little bit of extra legwork. Like how long would it take me to figure out the light that creates the pool? I'm going to name the thing that was the last one that I used to create that effect. Now, that could have been in 2010, right? I would be using a Source 4. I would be using a Lico to create that effect. Now, that thing weighs, 25 pounds, and it's a giant nightmare to rig, and it's tungsten. We're probably not using those anymore. There's probably some other effect, but if I say a Source 4, the gaffer is going to know, oh, I know the effect that the Source 4 creates, hence I know that Patrick has no idea what he's talking about, so my expectations for the exact lamp are low. I'm going to go above and beyond, and I'm going to pick the LED version of whatever that is. So I want something small and spotty to create a little effect here. Now, the only time when I'll actually be looking at what the lamp is if I've never worked with a gaffer before. I want to make sure that I can trust this person. So the very first few setups of the day, I'm going to say, oh, we need a little spotty source over here. If they bring out a tungsten Source 4, I will immediately be skeptical of my decision to bring this person on the job. Okay, I want the LED version. I want the little tiny version that's about this big and takes 2 seconds to rig up and doesn't even need a cable. Okay, if I don't get that, I think, oh man, what have I got myself into? Now I need to be a little bit more specific. But here in Australia, everything comes on the truck, right? It's not, you don't have to go to the rental house beforehand and say, we're going to load up a truck for this commercial. What are the exact fixtures that we want for the job? It doesn't work like that in the real world. In the real world, you say, I would like Gaffer A on the job. Gaffer A brings Gaffer A's truck. You get access to all of the toys that are on Gaffer A's truck. You don't get extra stuff unless you specifically ask for it. And the gaffer is not going to be super pumped if you ask for some Source 4 LED that is not the brand that the gaffer has, right? They've already spent the money. They want the rental. They don't want to go to the rental house, pick up some lamp that does the exact same thing, that they have a lamp that already does that. They're not going to do it. So this is, you got to know your market. Some places gaffers don't have trucks. Some places you got to rent this stuff from, a major lighting place every single time you do a job. I'm not in that position. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be as transparent as possible. I don't care about the names of the lights. What I care about is the feeling and finding someone that does know the name of the lights so that they can do it. And then I never have to do anything. And then everybody on the crew makes fun of you all day long. Like, I'm happy to be the butt of all the jokes of everybody saying you never do any work. Like, the common joke that I want to hear on set is that, what are you doing here, Patrick? We don't need you here. What are you actually doing all day long? Like, you have the best job on set. I know. That's not an accident. I didn't just randomly fall into the best job on set. I chose the best job on set. Why? I saw a plethora of jobs. I had no skills. I saw a plethora of jobs. I said, which one is the best one? I didn't say which one is the shittiest one. I said, which one is the best? The best seems to be that person who's not doing very much and gets to call all the shots. I want to be that person. Okay, then you do a little research. You figure out anybody can do this job. All you have to know is a few key things, and then you can bamboozle everybody into thinking you know what you're talking about. You can show up to set with a top hat and a little monocle, and you call yourself a cinematographer. You got yourself a little career. Congratulations, right? Don't pick the shitty job on set. Pick the best one. And I'm happy to, if my job requires me to be on set and have everyone make fun of me to have the best job, I'm going to choose that. Because the worst job on set, you know who makes fun of those people? Nobody, right? You don't punch down. Very hard to punch down. Punch up. So I want to be punched all the time, not physically, but mentally by other people who would like to have the job where you do nothing on set. That's me. Okay, congratulations. All right, that's going to do it on this one. Many thanks. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.